Hello Victorians! Welcome to the overview for Dev Diary 178. In this Dev Diary, we go over the changes to naval combat coming in Update 1.13, along with some of the details about how gunboat diplomacy works in the Great Wave. Keep in mind that everything is still a work in progress and subject to change. How does one get into naval combat? First, you have to cast off and set sail. The system that has been in place for ordering and moving your fleets is seeing some extensive changes. A few notable being: navies are no longer assigned to a single sea node. Fleets will be able to plan missions to whole sea regions with multiple nodes, the limits of which are tied to your admiral's rank. There are two new stats for ships that tie directly into the system, those being detection and visibility. This new system will help fix the feeling of playing whack-a-mole that the previous system sometimes felt like. Even enemy fleets just passing through an area one of your fleets is assigned to will allow them to be targeted, a major improvement over the old system. The new list of naval missions is as follows: Project Power, which generates involvement in a region. Intercept, the fleet will try to catch and attack enemy fleets. Blockade will blockade enemy states adjacent to the mission area. Raid supply lines replaces the old convoy raiding order. And Protect Supply Lines counters the raid supply lines order. There are also a few mission types for owners of the Great Wave, such as Port Bombardment, much like Blockade, but will create devastation in the affected states. Piracy, which takes a small part of the trade volume in a region and puts it directly into the state treasury for unrecognized nations. Privateering, much like piracy, but for recognized nations and only when you are in a state of war. And Hunt Pirates, a mix of intercept and raid supply lines, but only targets ships conducting piracy. Battles on the high seas start when two fleets are in the same node and a successful detection roll is made. Then the weather is determined, which applies modifiers to both fleets. Some particularly bad ones may even damage ships in battle. Once the battlefield conditions are set, then all the ships involved roll initiative, which will place them in a turn order. After that, the ships will start taking turns with one of three actions: attack, disengage, and prepare. Attack has a ship try to pick a target and make an attack roll. Disengage may happen when a ship takes too much damage, at which point the ship will try and withdraw from the battle. Prepare is used when a ship's readiness score reaches 0. After that, they will use the prepare action to build up readiness again to make an attack. The rate at which readiness is lost is dependent on the ship type. The two fleets will continue to take turns fighting each other until there are no more ships left on one side. Due to the different types of damage a ship can take, such as hull HP and crew, it means a loss at sea with this new system may not be the result of losing ships, but the damage to the ships. With the Great Wave, we are adding a new system of gunboat diplomacy. When signing a treaty, you will find a new checkbox called Threaten Naval Hostilities. Checking this box will add acceptance to that specific deal and cause a diplomatic incident. Your infamy will increase and reduce your relations with that nation and its neighbors. If all goes well and they accept your gracious offer, then peace will reign. If they reject your deal, however, you will automatically engage in a state of naval hostilities for 180 days. During this time, you will be able to engage fleets and blockade or bombard ports without entering into an actual state of war. This new system allows us to more accurately simulate gunboat diplomacy of the time period. It's also a first step in experimenting with methods of having armed conflict outside of a formal war declaration. And we once again come to the end of this Dev Diary overview. Remember, you can read this Dev Diary in full on our forums in the link below. Thank you for watching.